The American people have a common saying: follow the money. If you do this with all our politicians, you will see who they really serve. They are not the representatives of the American people. They are the representatives of big business, of the military-industrial complex, of big pharma, of big banks and investment firms. In other words, the representatives of the American people are actually the representatives of the exploiters of the American people, those who keep us poor, indebted, and desperate. But the American people already know this. They don't need me to tell them. Only 19% think that their politicians actually represent them. And an even lower 11% sees the media, that is the main ideological institutions of the ruling class, as trustworthy. What we have in our hands, therefore, is what is called a crisis of legitimacy. The consent that the ruling order needs from the people is not being received. Americans are seeing their tax dollars wasted, used to fund a genocidal state founded on ethnic cleansing, while everything literally crumbles back home at the ranch. That is why, even if there is a ceasefire now, nothing will go back to normal. Hundreds of millions of people have seen the true monstrous faces of the so-called Western democracies. This is a reality we cannot unsee. The mask is off for good. Our countries are ran by criminals who will slaughter a whole people for profit and squash the democratic rights of their citizens if they dare to challenge the funding of a genocide with their tax dollars. History teaches us that when such conditions exist, of such extreme tension between the governing and the governed, the owners and the producers, things cannot continue for very long in the same. Something at some point has got to give. The people erupt and a new society develops. I say that we should work so that that new society that develop is not something much more barbaric, but a society that's actually of, by, and for the people, in substance, not just in name, as what we've had for a very long time in this country.